Hello, Lake Nokomis Lutheran. It's Pastor Sarah. I am down in the guest bedroom in my house because I wanted to show you a couple of things. I have stacks of blankets and quilts stored down here. So I wanted to pull out a few of these to just show you. I have this quilt that is very old. It's like Snoopy. My mom quilted around all these Snoopies. It was like in my brother's bedroom when we were kids. I have this quilt that I made. This is the very first quilt I ever made. I cut out all those pieces and hand quilted it myself. I have this quilt that is like 100 years old, I think, that my friend found in her grandma's stuff. And so I am working, it's in progress right now. I'm working on quilting that for her. I have this other quilt that I decided one year, like on New Year's, let's make a quilt. And we just went to work and started putting a quilt together. So I'm always really proud of this one. The one I don't have to show you is the quilt my grandma gave me for my high school graduation. She made one for every one of the grandkids when we graduated high school. And I had that quilt, and as some of you know, I had a fire about 5 years ago in my house, and that one was one of the things that got thrown out. And it's like one of the things I regret not saving, or it's a thing that I lost that I can't get back. But there's more to that story, because I was sort of lamenting losing my grandma's quilt, that gift to me. And my mom and my 3 aunts went to work and made a quilt for me. So this is the quilt that they gifted me about a month after my fire, where they had just gone to work and they each contributed fabric. They put it together. My aunt has a quilt machine, and so she quilted it. And so this one is sort of this blessing that was given to me in this time when I was so sad about what I had lost. So all of that quilt business is to say, they all have a story, and they all sort of feel like a blessing in some way of either something someone gave me, or a memory, or work I was proud of. And as we start this season of Advent, we're going to be talking about blessings and words of blessing. And each week there's 2 things there's many things quilt related. The imagery, you'll see the Advent Christmas tree is up, and it has some quilt squares on it that some of you made. So there's a lot of imagery around quilts, but there's going to be a quilt on the altar each week that is somebody in our community's quilt story. So you can look forward to that. We're also going to have some of our quilters at work working on quilts during the worship service. And that is to say that creating a quilt to bless and warm someone else is an act of worship. That kind of service is an act of worship. So that'll be happening during worship. And then we're also going to have a little card to hand you as you walk out the door that might help you take home a few questions and process what is the theme for the week. So this week, as we start Advent 1, the theme is You Are a Blessing. And so that is going to be what we center ourselves on and think about on Sunday. I hope you all have a really beautiful Thanksgiving gathering with families. Maybe you'll have a story to tell about that, and then as we gather for worship on Sunday, on the first Sunday of Advent, and we'll light those candles and celebrate the warmth of God's blessings for us, and use this sort of metaphor of quilts that wrap us in warmth and remind us of blessing. So have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.